Good afternoon, Magic Players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel and the car. We're here today for part 2 of our mail day. If you saw the first part of our mail day videos today, you saw that I got a lovely book from Gaming Grandma that is going to help me work on my mental health struggles. And part 2 of our mail day is this lovely box right here from Shomenuchi. And so I'm just going to carefully crack this open a little bit off screen because I don't want you guys to see my identity, because I don't share my real name much because I personally don't like it, to be honest. That's the main reason. I know there's a whole identity theft thing and everything else too, and I should be worried about that. But primarily, I just don't want people calling me by my real name because I don't like it. I have to listen to it at work, and that's plenty, I figure. Holy simoles, that was a hard to rip open box. We got a lovely little letter. Aww. Lord of the Forbidden Decks, you are awesome. Thanks for the support. Shomenuchi is amazing. And thank you, Shomenuchi, for this beautiful message. For those who are unaware, we got this box because we won the 200, we were the winners of the 200 subscriber contest giveaway on Shomenuchi's channel. And so this is going to be my first time ever doing a collab video, and I'm not sure how much I like that idea. I'm still kind of on the fence about it because I've read some things that are positive, heard some really negative things. But I do think that Shomenuchi's on the up and up, and I think he's an amazing guy. And he sent us some pretty cool stuff, so I'm giving it a shot, and we're going to see how it goes. And hopefully everything works out well, and both of us get some cool views. Now inside the box, we have this beautiful box. And I have to say that I was not expecting this, and I am really stunned that Shomenuchi gave us one of these. This is awesome. Now, this is not obviously the unopened version before you guys get too excited. But this is still crazy cool because I was saying to Shomenuchi that I think these would make for an amazing double deck box. Now, I don't know if they would count as a commander deck box because I don't know if it'll hold 100 cards or it'll only hold 60. But inside here we have all kinds of amazing goodies. I'm just going to check out this artwork first and give it some appreciation and love to it because that is sick. And I mean, I was not thinking that I would actually get to own one of these. So the fact that Shomenuchi shared this box with me, in and of itself, amazing. Like I could stop the video right here because I am just so, yeah, this is beautiful. Craftsmanship too. Wizards did a really nice job with these. I was thinking that Wizards would probably make a really cheap box for these, but they actually did a solid. The book cover even is really nice too. Very beautiful. All right, let's go inside here. So inside, he gave us one copy of the Codex Vocifera, which is cool. Because I was saying when he did his Codex opening that if you guys are following the 1-100 series, we're currently building Cody Vociferous Codex as a commander. And so this felt really flavorful. And I'm probably going to keep my Cody deck in here, along with another deck if I can find one that will actually fit into the box. Like I say, I don't know if it's going to be a 60 card box or it's going to be a 100 card box. I was really hoping to do this at home. So you're going to have to bear with me while I try and balance all this stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff in this box to show you guys. And I'm not going to go through everything today. But we're going to go through a lot of it. Because I did want to make this video. And before the weekend. Since next week I'm off work. So the only time I'm going to get a chance to record is possibly after doing some park trips with Kaiba. And that's going to depend very much on the tone and feel of the park, because I'm not going to risk his mental health for making a video and have us being disturbed the way we were last week again, because it's not okay. I'm still really upset about that, and I know that he's been not sleeping the best, so I'm a little worried about him for that reason too. Now, inside here we have some beautiful packs of cards, so let's get those out. We have a pack of Strixhaven, a pack of Phyrexia, and a pack of Bloomborough. Now, this is awesome because this is my chase set. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know the one card that I'm chasing more than any other card on the planet currently is a Norn's Choirmaster. If I can pull a Norn's Choirmaster out of this pack, that would be chef's kiss for this gift bundle that I've gotten from Shomenuchi, because that card is the one card that I think would complete my original Mrs. Bumbleflower deck. Just blow up per se in that deck, and I've been chasing that card for a while now. I haven't been able to get my hands on a pack of Phyrexia for a little bit, so this is awesome. Second up, Bloomborough is my favorite Magic set. If you've been following the channel for a while, like I say, you know that. If not, welcome, by the way, new people. I love having new people join us. Bloomborough is by far my favorite actual in-house Magic set, and my favorite Magic set in general, because I just love the cute artwork, and I think that the set is so flavorful. And I actually bought 2 of the commander decks, built a 3rd one, and I have every intention of building the 4th one because I pulled the Raccoon a little while ago. The Raccoon Commander. I just haven't gone around to building that deck yet. But I will have all 4 Bloomborough Commanders having their own deck. And a bonus Mrs. Bumbleflower deck because I got 2 of those. So, yeah. And then I didn't get a chance to rip any Strixhaven, and I wasn't going to be ripping any Strixhaven. Whenever I have had a chance to either buy a pack for myself or get a pack through some sort of means, whether it be a gift from somebody or a week or so ago I won a wager. That really wasn't a wager, but anyways, I get the Ninja Turtles set because I'm really, really sad that I missed out on that set. Ninja Turtles is like my favorite IP from when I was a kid, and so the fact that I had to sit that set out really sucked for me, and so that's why I'm not looking at any of the other sets this year except for that set in terms of whenever I can buy packs, until I'm happy that I've bought a decent amount of Ninja Turtles. So the fact that I got a pack of Strixhaven is amazing, and so I'm very grateful for all 3 of these. And these we're going to open as separate openings in either their own videos or as attachments to Super Deck Sundays or 1-to-100 episodes, something like that. So we're going to save those for later. Next up in the box, we have some singles. Shomenuchi sent us some really nice singles, and so I'm really stoked about these. The new Fairy Commander that is blue, black, and green, the Fairy Elf one, is the only, it's from one of the only packs that I personally bought for Witherbloom, or either got given for Witherbloom, way back at like January, something like that, when we first had the set come out. So with that said, I want to build that deck is the point I'm trying to make. And this is a really cool card for that deck. And I actually have the, is it called Witherbloom or is it Bitter Blossom or something like that? I have the enchantment version of this too. So having both of those in that deck is going to be sick. Anywho, we got a copy of the Talisman of Resilience, which is a really cool card. Very beautiful artwork. I feel really bad for Shomenuchi that he pulled 2 of these in the same codex, though. And I really hope that Wizards makes that right. If you get in touch with them and you let them know, show them your video, I'm sure they'll send you another promo, because that seems really unfair. But I'm not going to complain too much because we got a copy of this as a result, and it is beautiful art for sure. And it's actually a solid artifact for a deck that I want to upgrade in the near future as well, so perfect. Next up, we got the Blood Crypt, which I'm just going to take that out real quick because this is a beautiful double-sided card. So we're just going to take a look at the other side as well. This card I mentioned in Super Deck Sunday is going into my amazing 5-color dragon deck. It's going to go in on this side because I like the flame art with regards to the dragon deck. I think it's very flavorful, so... Remember my little foragers, only bring me back finger bones, no toes. Oh, it has different flavor on both sides. That's cool. Coins no good. A potion for an Ophi liver, or else you join my supply stock. Nice. Very cool, very cool. And the last amazing promo out of the promos that we got sent is this Ouroboread. Ouroboreo. Boro. Ouroboread. Okay, I think I got it that time. Which is an insanely cool card, and I haven't decided what deck I want to put this in because I do a lot of +1/+1 counter decks with green. So there's a whole bunch of different things that could really benefit from this. That said, a lot of my mono green decks and general green decks already have Loyal Rhinoceros or something like that. I forget what it's called. Loyal Guardian, I think that's what it is. Which is a Rhinoceros that gives +1/+1 counters at combat if you control your commander. So this is kind of cool because you don't have to control your commander. And it puts more than one counter on because it's based on how much power this thing has, which is sick. So 4 amazing promos. 1 that I know for sure where it's going, 2 that I know for sure where they're going, 3 that I'm very sure, but I'm not 100% sure because it depends on how that deck gets edited. And this one is a wild card. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but very, very stoked about those. I'm just going to put those into this deck box so that they're safe in the car. Then we have this pack here of cards to open at some point as well, which I'm going to save this for later as well. And do it as a separate opening too. So that way we have 4 different openings to do on the channel, which I think will be more fun. I do love this card though at the beginning, and it's very tempting to open this right now, but I'm going to resist the urge. But this is definitely going in my Birds deck when I do open it, because this is insanely good. Although my Birds deck currently doesn't have a ton of instants and sorceries, I don't think. But there is a chance that I might build another Birds deck at some point, so maybe this will go in that, or I might put it somewhere else. I haven't decided for sure. But I am really thinking that Birds deck is probably the most likely spot for it. Then we have this big stack of stuff here, which I don't know what's all in there. We got... come here, you. We got these beautiful lands in this land bundle. And there's another one in the back of here. Show said that he was sending me both. And this one has a promo with it, so those are cool. We've got the cool Spin Down from Strixhaven, which is very nice. I love the owl artwork for Strixhaven. It's kind of my favorite jam for set symbols, other than the Bloomburrow one itself. I really like the Bloomburrow one too, of course, but this is probably my second or third favorite Spin Down. The only one I can think of right now off the top of my head that I love the most, and it's still going to be my favorite probably until for all time, unless they come out with something insanely cool, is I have the Jurassic Park Spin Down that came with the Jurassic Park bundle that actually has like the mosquito and amber kind of inside it, which is really cool. I love that one. But this is insanely beautiful artwork. I love the swirls and stuff. Very nice. We have these 2 promos here, which are for a completely different game that I do not play yet, but I am considering at some point picking this game up. This is Union Arena, which, if I had the money, I would consider making this my next game, probably. It's either going to be this or Flesh and Blood. Both those games look really good, and I haven't decided which one for sure I want to pick up. Union Arena is more tempting to me just because Bleach is one of my favorite animes, and so the idea that I could play with Bleach cards is kind of cool. These, I'm not sure what... Does it say on... Oh, it does. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist is this one. What's this one from? Not sure what that one's from, which show. I apologize in advance, because I don't know which one it is from. But I think that, yeah, these are very cool. And if I don't end up picking up the game, it's just something really nice to have as an extra little bonus to remind me of my friendship with Shomenuchi. So, yeah. I'm sorry that I keep stuttering over your name, Shomenuchi. I really apologize. I should just keep saying show and leave it at that, but I don't want people to think that, like, I'm saying, like, show as in, like, show me your money or something like that, or, like, the wrong word, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What about this one? Does that one look good? Yeah? This one? Daddy's gotta do each piece. Tastes better when Daddy hands it to you? Let's see. Was it good? Was it good? Yeah. Oh, there's my puppy. Way too zoomed in. There we go. We're going to look at this real quick, and then I'm going to get you guys out of here. And so the land bundles, I'm going to save. I think I'm going to open those in the next 1 to 100. When we do the next episode of 1 to 100, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow at home or today at home. I was really hoping to do this at home, but like I say, my dad's at home right now, so I couldn't. But hopefully he'll go out either this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, and I'll be able to do these at home with Kaiba when I do the next episode of 1 to 100 with you guys. I really don't want to have to do that in the car because it takes a long time. I'm already getting pretty hot in here. I have no idea what's in this bundle. This bundle is something completely unexpected. He didn't tell me anything about this. So as far as I'm aware, like, this is a complete surprise. I was not expecting these. I do not know what are in here. It may be that he's giving me a whole bunch of Ninja Turtles cards, and if he did, I am going to be so over the moon. That would be like the perfect way to end this mini video for now. There are definitely Ninja Turtles tokens at the start of this, so I'm very excited that the possibility it might be. I'm going to put these 3 over here just because I don't want to bend them by accident since they're in sleeves. And we'll look at those 3 last, but let's do this. Let's do this thing. We got a robot and a mutagen, and a mutant, and a mutagen, and a ninja. He did! He sent me a whole bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. Oh, Shomenuchi, you are the best, man. This is awesome. I am so happy. And I was having a really bad day, so this is great. I've got a copy of all the Pizza Lands. Nice. Return to the sewers. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice at the top or bottom of their library. You create a mutagen token. Nice. Mutant chain reaction. 2 a green. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying and create a mutagen token. Very good, very good. I am thinking about building a ninjas and rats deck. I've been talking about that a little bit on the channel. It's supposed to be blue and black. It could end up having green in it, possibly. But it was originally intended to be blue-black or possibly blue-black-white. One of the 2 ways. I haven't decided for sure. So we got 2 copies of that. Hamato Guardian Stance. Nice. Gets +1/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. And you scry 1 for 1. Wow, that's insane value on 1 card. Everything you know, I have shown you. But I have not shown you everything I know. Got a couple copies of that. Manhole Missile. I need some water. Sorry. I'm getting very... Oh no! Dehydrated. I don't want to roll down the window too much because I don't want the... to be disturbed by like the noise outside per se. Alright. Manhole Missile, sorry. Deals 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, you get to draw a card. Nice. Very good. Say your prayers, turtles. Shard's Revenge. 2 and a black. Target player discards 2 cards. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Ooh, solid because you can pick either or. I like that. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. Tender Eyes. 1 and a green. Leatherhead is one of my favorite characters from that franchise. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Get back, y'all! No, get back all y'all! Stay away from me. I ain't safe, ya hear? Ain't no friend. I'm a monster. Tunnel Rats. Perfect for a rats deck. 1 and a black for a 2/2. Pay 4 and a black. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Nice. Grounded for life. I forgot to read the flavor text. The Rat King's subjects are everywhere. You don't want to be. Grounded for life. 4 and a white. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy the creature. Target creature. Of course, I know what you did. You always do precisely what I told you not to do. That is definitely so on Splinter's flavor. Omni Cheese Pizza 2. When it enters, draw a card. Pay 1, tap, sacrifice, and add a mana of any color. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice this thing, and gain 3 life. Very solid, very versatile. I think I pulled one of those in my 1 of 3 packs that I opened for Ninja Turtles. I can't remember for sure, but it is good, a very good card nonetheless. So I like it. I like it a lot. Buzzbots. 1 and a blue. Flying Vigilance. When it dies, you draw a card. Very decent. Very, very decent. Ooh, Oroku Saki, Shredder Rising. 2 and a black for a 3/1 ninja. Sneak 1 and a black, so I can get in a little cheaper if I want to. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. Solid. Mutant Town Musicians. 2 and a red for a 2/4, trample. Whenever a creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Cool. After the bombs take on thrash metal isn't for everyone. And Sheena wouldn't have it any other way. Nobody! 1 and a combination of 2 blue or red. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target artifact you control to its owner's hand. Scry 1. Nice. For 3/2. I don't need a name. I'm nobody. Perfect. Because I have 2 different artifact decks. One that's a red-green-blue and one that's a red-blue-white. And both of these could probably benefit from this card. April O'Neil, Kanochi Trainee. I'm going to put all the legendaries at the front of this stack. April O'Neil, Kanochi Training, 1 and a white for 2/2. When she enters, you get to scry 2. Solid. She can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. Cool. Excellent. Woo, 2 copies. Nice. EPF Point Squad. 1 and a combination of 2 red or white for 2/1. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. Not all humans fear the unknown. The Earth Protection Force specializes in teaching the unknown to fear them instead. Nice. A couple copies of that. The only downside to a lot of these Ninja Turtles cards is the butt is really weak. But since they're ninjas, in a lot of cases, that's not such a big deal. And then you have cool cards like this that have an insanely big butt. 3 in a combination of 2 green or blue. Has ward 3, so it's hard to target. And it's a 4/5. So, I mean, if you buff the snaw of this thing, it's going to be hard to deal with for sure. Very cool, very cool. Ice Cream Kitty! I do have 1 copy of this, but this is one of the cards that I really wanted to pull a bunch of copies of, so having more is very nice. I love this one because it's one of my favorite characters from the newer TV show that I came out when, I think it was Nickelodeon who made that one, and it was really good. I thought it was really well done. Anyways, you pay 1 in a black or green for a 1/3. Pay 2, sacrifice another creature or a token to draw a card. And then you can pay 2, tap this and sacrifice it, and you gain 3 life. So very versatile all around. And we got an extra copy of that too. You are so awesome, show. Ooh, Mona Lisa Science Geek. What does this one do? Oh, I forgot to read the flavor text. That's not what they meant by pet food, dude. 2 in a green for a 1/3 with reach. Tap to add X mana of any... Oh, this is the one in the commander deck, but it's nice that you gave me another copy of this. Cool. Because I think that's probably one of the best mana dorks, actually, that they've added to the game recently. There are a few mana dorks that I'm really like that they've added to the game recently. There was the one in Tarkir, which was an elephant that taps for X amount of force based on its power. And then I think there was a good one in Avatar. There was the one that taps for 2 green mana if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. But that's kind of standardish. But I thought there was another one. Might not have been Avatar. It might have been a different set. Oh, it was it not Witherbloom? Was it Witherbloom? It might have been Witherbloom. I can't remember. Anyways, very cool, very cool. She is probably one of the better metal dorks. Metalhead! Yes! I love Metalhead. 4 and a blue. Oh, I didn't read the flavor text again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad at this. I felt kind of excited about being mutated, you know? I was getting to have this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Maybe I could even base my thesis on it. So, Metalhead is 4 and a blue for a 4/4. When he enters, return up to 1 other target artifact or creature to its owner's hand. Pay red, sacrifice another artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Metalhead, and it gets menace and haste until end of turn. Very cool. Metalhead simulates dozens of fighting styles, including foot ninjutsu. Hard 1 Jite. 1 and a red. Quick creature has double strike. Solid. Equip 2. Oh, that's a huge hit for an artifact. Nice. Featherbrain Filcher. That's a funny character. I'm Pete. 1 for a 0/2 with flying, and when it leaves the battlefield, you get to make a food token. Okay. It's decent enough. Dream Beavers! Ooh, we talk about the Dream Beavers all the time on shows. Or is it shows or is it on can't remember if it's on your channel show or if it's on Smith Stacks. One of the two. Maybe you both do. Talk about the Dream Beavers all the time. I like the Dream Beaver. It's one of my favorite characters for sure in the show. Black for a 1/1 flying. When it enters, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life and you get to scry 1. Insanely good value. Saved by the Shell. 1 and a green. Costs 1 less to cast if you control a turtle. Okay. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gets trample, hexproof, and industry. Whoa! I love being a turtle. We've drained human life force for millennia. Then one day, turtles, delectable, will suck you dry and spit out the shells. Fugitive Droid, blue, for a 1/1 artifact creature robot scientist. Can't be blocked if an artifact enters the battlefield on your control this turn. Wow. Pay blue, sacrifice this thing, counter target spell that targets an artifact or a creature you control. Nice. That is really good value. A freak accident transferred Professor Honeycutt's mind into this robot assistant. Blamed for his own death, he fled as the Fugitoid. Spicy oatmeal pizza, 2 in a red. When it enters, it deals 4 damage to any target and you gain 3 damage to you. Ouch. Pay 2, sacrifice, and you gain 3 life back though. So basically you're just dealing 4 damage if you can pay, say, 5 in a turn. Embrace the Paradox. 3, a green and a blue. Draw 3 cards. You can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Ooh, nice. I am considering still whether I want to try and do a green, blue, black landfall deck, or whether I just want to improve the one that I have from Tarkir to focus more on that and take some of the zombie cards out of that deck and focus them more into the winter deck that we're going to be building in like July or August when we get around to it. Every lecture you attend, every theorem you memorized, and equation you've solved has led to this first step of into uncertainty. Professor Dika. This is clearly from Strixhaven. Mage Tower Referee, 2 for a 2/1. When you cast a multicolored spell, put a +1 counter on this thing. Okay, that's pretty solid. Tome Blast, 1 in a red. Deals 2 damage to any target, and it has flashbacks, so that's pretty decent. Rancorous. Oh, I'm not reading the flavor text to you guys again. I'm sorry. Incapable of choosing a favorite and invulnerable to the influence of magic, it is an ideal and obnoxiously accurate referee. Your history. Well, that's pretty straightforward. 5 for a 2/2. Ooh, Trample Reach. It's expensive. It enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana you cast it with. Okay, so if you put in a 5-color deck, it ends up coming in as a 7/7. Fair enough. As the giant shadow loomed, the Forum of Amity fell silent for the first time in history. Olna, Alley Shopkeeper. 2 in a black for a Goblin Warlock, 2/3, Menace. Gets +2/+0 as long as you've gained life this turn. Ooh, nice. It's pretty decent. Render Speechless. 2, a white and a black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. They have to discard it. Then you put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature you control. Seems like I took the words right out of your mouth. This one's from my private stock. Okay. Just making sure we don't go too far with this video. I don't want to be here forever. I need to get home to Kaiba. 1 in a green for a 2/2. When this creature enters, you gain a life. Nice. 2 in a green. This creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn, though. Fair enough. Still a decent, solid all around. I sometimes think I've learned more from the smallest beings than from all of my professors combined. Ooh, whack the camera. Ear Glyph Mage. 3 and a white, Cat Cleric. 3/3. When it enters, create a 1/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. I can't remember what the rule is about Inklings, but I remember them having some sort of weird stat thing. But since this doesn't say that there, maybe that's a different type that they're making for this set now. Cheryl poured his heart into his words and watched them take flight. Run Behind, 3 and a blue. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice of top or bottom of their library. The Sky Coach waits for no one. Beautiful artwork. We got a treasure token. And an elemental. That treasure is really, really pretty. And we got a second one. Yay! Is there another elemental behind it? There is. Cool. The elemental is really nice too. It's like a little birdie. I like birdies. Duty Beyond Death. 1 and a white. As an additional cost to cast this, you have to sacrifice a creature. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and you put a +1/+1 counter in each creature you control. Whoa! That is mega value. Cool card, and I love the full artwork on this one because, first off, skeletons are nice. I like skeletons. I'm very zombie skeleton oriented, so very cool. Ooh, he gave us one of the full art stargazes. We pulled one of these recently in Bloomborough, and we were super pumped to have finally pulled a copy of this. And now we've got a second copy, and this one is maybe more gorgeous than the Bloomborough one. And by maybe, I mean almost definitely, because I really like the starry artwork in this. This is fantastic. Look at twice X cards from the top of your library, put X from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard, and then you lose X life. It's very expensive. Or it's very... The more you put into it, the more it costs you, but it's worth it in the end, I think, for the style of card and the type of deck that you're probably going to put this in. I stay away from poems about the night. It's beautiful, yes, but somehow it always feels just a little bit hungry. That one didn't have flavor text, okay, just making sure. Next... Summon Dromedary. Okay, 3 and a white. Spirit Camel. Ooh, cool. Maybe this will go my spirit deck when I upgrade that one. Vigilance, 4/3. 1 and a white. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh yeah, that probably will almost definitely go in my spirit deck when I actually upgrade that one, because that's a really good ability for that deck. The camel had traveled this route so often in life that its spirit began moving as soon as the mage finished the summoning. And then we have 3 singles that are in sleeves. So I'm just going to put this stack back into here for now to keep them safe until I can get home. And there we go. Bear with me for a second. Actually, no, I'm not. I just ripped the plastic bag. They're going to go right into this deck box that I brought with me just in case I needed it. And these packs can go back into here. I'll put that there. I'll put you here like that. Beautiful. And then these 3 promos, what are they? What are they? Let's find out together. They are Barog, Banemaker, Black, Death Touch, 1/1. Pay 1 in black, and it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. You can do that multiple times, which is insane. I am going to be making a Frogs deck eventually, but I don't think the Frogs deck was going to include black. So this is going to have to go in some other deck, but I love Death Touch. Death Touch is my favorite mechanic, so it's definitely going to go somewhere. And this is insanely beautiful artwork. I love the multicolored frog. In most colleagues, Aaron's poisonous skin would have made them a pariah. In Witherbloom, they were one of the most popular students on campus. Secrets of Strixhaven. Why do I keep getting that set wrong when it's sitting right in front of me? Oh, there were 4. Pardon me. I thought there were only 3, but there's actually 4 singles here. Goblin Glasswright. 1 in a red for a 2/2. This creature enters prepared. Craft with Pride. Pay 1 red. Sorcery. Create a treasure token. Nice. So if you have a way to blink this, you can keep making treasure tokens at a cost of 1 red per turn. That's pretty good. Tome Blast. An extra copy of Tome Blast in Hollow. I'm not going to say anything bad about that because I like the flashback there, especially. And I mean, I have the artwork on this is actually really nice. I think I'm going to probably include this in my firebending deck when I eventually build that one. And lastly, ooh, a full art swamp with gorgeous artwork there. It's a hollow as well. Very nice. All right. I think I've kept you guys here long enough. So like I say, we have 4 things to open still on the channel from Shomenuchi. We've got the 3 packs and we've got that nice little extra bundle plus the 2 land bundles, which we'll definitely do the land bundles on our next 1 to 100. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to phase out on this one with a final look at the beautiful box because it is so very nice. And apparently so difficult for me to actually put back in. There we go. Okay. Slide in. Much love to you all. Well, first off, one more big shout out and thank you to Shomenuchi for this kind gift. And a big congratulations one more time on your 200 subs, my friend. I hope that you hit your 300 sub goal before the end of the summer because you totally deserve it. And in the meantime, in between time, thank you all for tuning into this Mail Day bonus episode that has been phenomenal. And with that said, much love to you all from Kaiba the Pug, who is unfortunately at home still. and myself in the car to take care. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend if I don't get a chance to film again before then. Okay, love you. Bye.